We're back with another video, so welcome, and it's almost time for another year of fantastic indie games. 2023 was a top tier year for the indie scene with so many great games: Slay the Princess, Dredge, Planet of Lana, and so many others hitting the shelf. We've certainly had a lot to keep us immersed, but unfortunately all good things come to an end and we have to enter 2024 at some point. But this year looks like it's gonna compete with another jam-packed release list to fill our backlogs. So to start the year off, I'm gonna give you 15 of my most anticipated indie titles for 2024. So here we go. Starting us off is this wonderful Metroidvania. Minishoot Adventure's beautiful palette really invites us into this gorgeous world, while the soundtrack hints at mystery and excitement around every corner. The tense and unforgiving combat is a ton of fun, where you'll find yourself overwhelmed with bullets coming from every single angle. You have to upgrade your ship with the right defenses and attacks to take down the range of bosses on offer. Outside of this, the world feels almost open world, and you can explore different nooks and crannies, where you may be able to find some hidden treasures. You can also experience the game at your own pace, being able to change game speed outside of the difficulty settings. It looks like Minishoot Adventures will be coming to us in March of this year. I'm a sucker for a strategy game, especially those with a medieval vibe, so of course Earth of Oryn has to be here. Instantly those low poly visuals and the stronghold inspiration grab my attention. Here you have to adapt to the environment, building an economy that benefits from your surroundings. Train villagers to be fishermen, hunters, farmers to help build a successful kingdom. The trailer showcases a range of different biomes from rolling hills, deserts and swamp-like areas. It looks like you can really create the kingdom your own way by introducing different customs and cultures, and best of all, you can create your own model of buildings using the detailed building system. Every playthrough could really be a unique experience. Earth of Oryn will be coming our way in mid-2024. So up next we're going to go to the sky with Airborne Empire, which is a rather unique combination of a city builder combined with an open world RPG, where you have to build your airbound empire before setting off into the world, in which you'll find a number of side quests, meet characters and dialogue choices. I'm quite interested to find out if certain buildings offer different choices in dialogue, but the most important thing here is upgrading your defenses by researching fighter pilots amongst other things to defend yourself from the hordes of enemy planes. I'm 100% curious to find out more about this game when it comes out later this year. Gori Cuddly Carnage is one hell of a chaotic but incredibly fun experience. On the face of it, it seems like a cute cat riding around on a skateboard, but that's until you come face to face with the rebellious toys who destroyed humanity. Now you're on the journey with your sentient hoverboard to eliminate the hordes of toys. Gori throws together the skateboard and a Tony Hawk games with the chaos of hack and slash to make this absolute gem. Along with the hilarious dialogue from Frank and CH1P, we are certainly in for a treat when this hits the stores in early 2024. This next one has gathered some attention, and it's not a shock as the developer has already come out with some gems. Crypt Custodian is a Metroidvania all about cleaning up the afterlife. Sentenced to eternity as the janitor of the dead, Pluto makes his way around the gorgeous landscape with his trusty broom, taking on enemies, gaining new abilities, solving puzzles, discovering secrets, and all the other things you take on in a Metroidvania. But he must also meet the wonderful cast of characters to help him develop a plan to break back into the Palace of the Afterlife. So much love seems to have been put into this game, and I love the addition of being able to choose your own map, while the animations and character design look like an absolute joy. There's no solid release date of this yet, but of course I'll keep you updated on that one. Towards the end of 2023, a follow-up to Supergiant's magnificent roguelite, Hades, was announced, and of course it has to be on this list. Hades has one of my favourite takes on the Greek myths, and it's such a pleasure to have them back on our screen soon, and it looks like there'll be some new characters coming our way as well. The sequel sees you play as the princess of the underworld, Melino, who takes on the Titan of Time. This time you can combine your power of Olympus with ancient magics to come up with even more combos to take on your enemies, and Supergiant have promised the same replayability as the first, so we're sure in for another absolute gem from this team. Next up, we have 2.5D retro-futuristic cinematic platformer Replaced, and honestly this may have some of the best combat I've seen from a platformer yet, allowing you to switch seamlessly between guns and close combat, flip enemies and really fight in style. Set in an alternate 1980s ravaged by radiation, I feel like there's going to be a really deep story at its heart. Sadcat have done a fantastic job of bringing this world to life, making you really feel the despair that's been set, while the soundtrack brings all this in action to life. This is certainly going to be a real highlight of 2024. Initially touted for a 2023 release but pushed back, we have the debut title from All Possible Futures, and having a former art director of the Pokemon series, you know this game is going to be gorgeous, and the Plucky Squire is just that with its cartoon art style. Jot has discovered the world outside the storybook and has to jump between the 2D and 3D worlds to save their friends from the Humgrum, who discovers he's destined to lose. This looks like it's going to be a real colourful and joyful adventure with its mini games and variety of gameplay mechanics. A rather unique take on the roguelite genre that I've been hooked on since attending WASD earlier this year. Sons of Valhalla combines the hack and slash combat of roguelites with base building, as you build up your army and stronghold to take on the vast armies of the Viking world. Sons of Valhalla is certainly a challenging game as you take the fight to the enemies yourself with your army not far behind. You can take chunks out of your enemies bit by bit rather than going for an all frontal assault, building up resources before finishing the job. There's a lot of approaches to this game, and I feel like this might sneak into being a gem of 2024. Now, I've been following this one for a while since its Kickstarter launched a couple of years back, and now we finally have it on its way. The bulb half of the Teal Lotus is a brightly coloured, hand-drawn action platformer. Along with its precision platforming, this game takes some Metroidvania elements, but really takes a life on its own when you include the Japanese folklore inspiration, which allows you to travel every aspect of Japan from the mountainous terrain to cities, even to the waters, and it seems like there's going to be some phenomenal storytelling in the background. During your adventures, you may also stumble upon some adorable Daruma allies who can help you on your journey. Although there's no set date yet, this is certainly worth keeping your ear open for. Another top strategy coming our way this year is Manor Lords, and for the same reason as Earth to Oryn, I am in love. Whereas Earth to Oryn has you build strongholds, it feels that Manor Lords has you building villages, focusing on the trades, while diplomacy with neighbouring villages develop trade routes and access to different materials. There is also combat, which looks quite similar to that of the Total Wars series. This will expand your land into neighbouring villages, but will cost the economy heavily. The detail in this game looks immense, and I can't wait to try it out. But best of all, there's no grid system for building, so you can build that truly authentic medieval village with all the twists and turns. And we have a date, the 26th of April 2024. This next one will have you kicking ass, quite literally, to the loudest beats you've ever heard. Angerfoot is a great looking game steeped in bright colours and explosive gore, and will keep you on your toes as you kick down doors and never knowing what's on the other side. So learn quick. There is also not just one way to get through levels, so you have plenty of chance to explore these as you will eventually kick the curb. A range of power-ups are also available to help you boot the crap out of your enemies in new ways, as well as collectible footwear so you can do it all in style. Another Eastern fantasy hits the stores this year, but this one is inspired by the combat of Sekiro. 9 souls, defense and patience is a must as you take on an ancient alien race and its formidable rulers. The quick combat also requires utilizing archery, magic and close combat to take down your enemies. I love how the devs have managed to combine an ancient Eastern world with one of cyberpunk so seamlessly. This is definitely going to be one great experience. This next one seems like a cute little mascot game, but it's anything but. With its difficult souls-like combat, another crab's treasure takes you underwater to battle the various crabby inhabitants of the ocean. As a hermit crab, you can take on different shells, which allow you to possess different abilities to help you in combat. And going off the official Twitter page, you can just see there is going to be so much humour in this game, so definitely excited for this one. Nomada Studios are back with another stunner. Neva is the second title coming from the studio, and it looks to be as gorgeous and emotionally challenging as Gris. With its compelling soundtrack and ravishing artwork, this is sure to get the tear ducts working. The world is dying, it's up to Alba and a curious wolf cub to take on the forces of darkness by learning to help each other, but as the cub grows older, he looks to forge his own identity and even enter that awkward teenage years. Not a lot has been said about this game as of yet, but the trailer does show Alba holding a sword, so it will be interesting to see if there's some sort of combat involved. Well, that's it for this video. 15 great games to look forward to this year. This was such a hard list to compile as always, but there'll be plenty more lists coming throughout the year, so don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Is there any games that you're looking forward to? Let us know in the comment, and I can't wait to get chatting to you guys again this year. So happy 2024. Let's make it as good as 2023, and happy gaming. Catch you in the next one.